These are Bose's Ultra Open Earbuds, and they are the strangest earbuds I've ever seen. Let's find out more. Now, what are open earbuds? And they're essentially earbuds that sit on your ear rather than in your ear or ear canal. And they have drivers that direct sound into your ear canal without being in the canal itself. Now, you might ask, why would someone want open earbuds? And there's a couple of reasons. The first one is awareness, because these don't sit inside your ear canal. They don't block your ear canal, but rather are sitting on top of your ear. You're able to hear the outside world without being completely blocked or detached from it, thus by giving you situational awareness. Now, granted, there's been a lot of advancements in transparency mode or aware mode with regular in-ear canal earbuds, whereby it would still give you awareness of your entire surroundings. However, it won't be as natural as it is with open earbuds, because while your ear canal is not actually blocked. And another main reason why open earbuds, and that's because there's a lot of people who don't like to shove earbuds inside their ear canal, either because they don't find them comfortable, or they can't get a good fit or buds that can stay in their ear, or maybe they're allergic to whatever material is in the earbuds, or they have an ear infection. Whatever the reason, there's a lot of people who don't like to use earbuds. Their other option is headphones, which are big, bulky, questionably comfortable, and not easily transportable, and they tend to block off your entire ear, not only your ear canal, therefore no situational awareness. Or they can wear open earbuds, giving them the portability and comfort of earbuds, but also the advantage of not having something inside their ear canal. Now, there are disadvantages to open earbuds. The first one is sound quality, which typically takes a hit. Open earbuds usually don't sound that great, and they lose a lot of this bass response because the drivers are a bit far from your canal and they're directing sound there. The other disadvantage is sound bleed, again, because the drivers are a bit far from your canal. Sound needs to travel into your ear canal, but also travels out. So if you're sitting with people, there's a good chance that they can hear what you're listening to, which most people probably don't want happening. Surprisingly, the Bose Ultra Earbuds do a great job at both. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the design. And these look very distinct, for lack of a better word. They don't look like any of the other open earbuds that I've seen. They're made of two parts. There's the part over here with the driver, and this is what is going to sit in your ear or on your ear. And then there's at the other end a barrel-looking thing that houses the electronics, which wraps behind your ear, and these are connected with a flex band. And the way you wear them, you point this towards your ear canal, and then you wrap the barrel behind your ear, and they look and feel very strange. I'm not sure yet what I feel about how they look. Now, when I first saw their design, I was questioning how comfortable they're going to be, and I was actually surprised they're quite comfortable. They do take some time to get used to, but after a while, you kind of forget that they're there. They're well balanced. You don't feel any clamping force on your ears. They're just sitting there, and they're quite comfortable. They're also very secure. I did go out for a run wearing them, and they were extremely secure, probably the most secure earbuds that I've ever worn. No matter how much I would shake my head, they would stay in place. To control these at that base, that barrel we talked about, there's a button both on the left and right earbud, which you can press once, twice, or 3 times. And that's actually one of the things I was very happy with. I found there were no compromises in the shortcuts. What I mean with a lot of earbuds, you kind of lose something, either volume control or media control, or you have to pick between the two. And I feel with a lot of earbuds, they don't maximize on the potential use of shortcuts. But not with these. You've got media control. A single press on a button pauses or plays your music. A double press is next track, and a triple press is the previous one. There's a shortcut by pressing and holding the barrel on either the left or the right earbud, and you can customize a different shortcut for each left and right one, and choose between either cycling through the different modes, changing immersive audio, switching Bluetooth devices, and that's an interesting one, and I'll talk about it in a sec, or accessing your virtual assistant. And you also get volume control, which I was very happy to have. By double pressing and holding the left or the right one, you either increase or decrease volume. And again, I'm very happy they didn't make us choose between having media control or volume control. I really like to have both, and I'm glad it has both. Now let's talk about how they sound. Bose says they use their proprietary open audio technology to deliver rich, deep, and private sound. To be honest, I was a bit skeptical on both the rich and deep sound, but also on the private, because again, laws of physics, the sound needs to travel to get to your ear canal. It's probably going to travel outwards as well and be heard by others, but I was pleasantly surprised in both areas. On the sound quality, I was surprised. It was actually very crisp, very clear, not a ton of bass response, which is expected from open earbuds, but pretty decent bass response for open ear earbuds. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect them to sound that good. And then with immersive audio on, which Bose introduced in their Ultra lineup of both the Ultra headphones and the QC Ultra earbuds, which I did a review of. If you're interested, you can watch it by clicking over here. When you turn immersive audio on, they sound even better. I was a fan of immersive audio in their earlier lineup, and I'm a fan here as well. I think it delivers a more immersive, a richer sound experience. Now again, they will not sound as immersive or rich as regular in-ear earbuds or as Bose's QC Ultra earbuds. That's just impossible. But for open earbuds, they sound pretty good. They work with Bose Connect, so the Bose app, which has an EQ, so you can change the bass, mids, or treble. There's a couple of preset EQs, but you can also manually change the bass, mids, or treble to your liking. And then on the private aspect, again, I was skeptical. I was worried about sound leakage. But to my surprise, there's very minimal sound leakage. If you're sitting in a room and listening at moderate volume, which is quite enjoyable for you, anyone just a few feet away from you can either barely hear anything or cannot hear anything at all. And if they do hear something, it's just a faint sound. There's no way for them to know what you're actually listening to. Of course, if you crank it up all the way up, they're gonna hear it, but generally there's little reason for you to be doing that if you're sitting in a quiet room. If you're listening at a comfortable volume, there's very minimal sound leakage. In terms of battery life, they get 7.5 hours of battery life if immersive audio is off. If you turn on immersive audio, that goes down to 4.5 hours, and then you get an additional 19.5 hours with the case. Now let's see how good their microphones are in the call quality tests. So this is what the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds sound like in a quiet environment. I'm now going to turn on this loud vacuum cleaner so you can see how well these can cancel out the sound of a loud vacuum cleaner in the background. And this is how the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds sound like with a loud vacuum cleaner running in the background. So again, this is how they sound like with a loud vacuum cleaner running in the background. And for the final test, let's head outside to a loud and noisy street so you can see in a real-life situation how these would sound if you're making a call on a loud and noisy street. So this is how the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds sound like in a loud environment. As you can see, there's a highway right behind me, cars passing by from all around, and it's quite loud over here. Let me switch to the iPhone's microphone so you hear how loud the environment actually is. And this is how loud the environment actually is over here. So right now you're hearing me through the iPhone's microphone, and as you can probably tell, it's quite loud over here. So again, this is how the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds sound like in a real life, loud and noisy environment. So here are my thoughts on the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. Let me start with what I didn't particularly like. And number one on that list is the price. They're priced at $300. Which I think is very expensive for what they are. They're actually the same price as the Bose QC Ultra earbuds, which have active noise cancellation, and mind you, one of the best active noise cancellation that I've ever tried. There's a lot of technology in those, which isn't there in these. These are simply just regular open ear earbuds, and beyond sounding really good, there's no other special features that warrant this high price tag. And yes, I do know Bose products tend to be priced higher, but in most cases, I can justify the high price. With the QC Ultra earbuds, you're getting really good audio quality and the best noise cancellation out there. So in a way, I can justify the high price. But with these, I don't think I can. Now, the fact that they are priced that high leads me to the other points that I did not like, particularly because they're priced that high. So there's no wireless charging on the case. Again, I really don't know why Bose refuses to add wireless charging on their flagship products that are extremely high priced. In 2024, with a premium product priced at $300, I kind of want wireless charging. There's also no multi-point connectivity. Now, Bose did introduce, and I mentioned that earlier, one of the shortcuts. You can cycle between connected devices, which is nice to have, but that's not exactly multi-point connectivity. But it does make switching to another Bluetooth device a bit easier. And the way that works, if you have two paired devices, you can set one of the shortcuts to cycle between those devices. And when you press and hold, you keep holding until you hear the name of the device you want to connect to, and when you let go, it's going to connect to that device. So it's not exactly multi-point. It's not, the buds are not connected to two devices at the same time, but it's better than nothing, at least, and it's better than what we've seen on their earlier earbuds, which didn't even have that. But again, for $300, I do expect multi-point connectivity. There's also no sensors on the earbuds to detect when they are in your ear and when you take them out, which means when you take them out, the music continues to play and it does not pause automatically. Again, none of these are deal breakers, but at $300, you kind of expect them. And the call quality could be better. Wasn't too happy with it. It's not the worst, but could be better. I wasn't that happy with it, especially in a noisy environment. And the last disadvantage, and this is not particular to these, but generally with all open earbuds, if you're listening in a noisy environment, they're not gonna sound that great. And depending how noisy it is, you might not actually be able to hear much of your music either. So you cannot crank the volume up too high with these, otherwise they become speakers and not earbuds. And I did test them on a busy metro and on a busy street. With the volume up to the max, there were points where I couldn't really enjoy the music. So if you're wearing open earbuds, something to be mindful of, if you do plan to be using these in very noisy environments, they might not work as well. But having said that, let me go to the points that I really liked about these earbuds. First of all, they sound really good for open earbuds. I was very impressed with how they sounded and with the immersive audio. They're extremely comfortable and very secure. I was really happy with the shortcuts, the fact that there were no compromises there. I can get media control, I can get volume control, and a customizable shortcut, which is great. And I was pleasantly surprised with a minimal sound leakage. On how they look, well, that's purely subjective. You might find that they look quite distinctive and unique and more of a fashion statement, or you might hate how they look. That's completely subjective. So if you're one of those people who don't like to shove earbuds in their ear canal and don't really like to wear headphones, or you simply want to listen to music while being completely aware of your surroundings, then the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds might be for you. That's all for me. Let me know in the comments section what you think of the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, or if you've tried them, what are your thoughts? I'll put the product links in the description. If you do decide to purchase these, I would appreciate if you would use these links. These are affiliate links, and I may earn a small commission on some purchases, which would help support the channel. As always, if you liked the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, as this encourages me to continue producing content. Until next time, cheers.